Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Hello to Bright Eyes PB&J, Betty Glenn. Hello, Anastasia Isabella, Carolyn Soares, Mad World, Beverly Hardy with the big hello, Faith Faithu Owan. Welcome, Deborah Debbie with the also big hello there to a lot of people. Hello to Lydia Washington, Madison Bonaparte. Hi, Elaine Parker. Educate You Too, Creative Life. Susie Q, Black Queen, Karen M. Let's see, who else do we have here? Joan Garcia, Brenda Phillips, and also, who else do we have here? Mad World. I said that already. And Marine Daniani. I'm sorry, Danian. Veronica Quick, hello. Carol Lunn, Lady E. Okay, let me take a quick scroll all the way to the very beginning. Grace Bedell, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. All right, C Mac. All right, very good. All right, so that's enough of that then. Hello, Raven 299 and Victoria Fabre. Carolyn Tufts. All right, very good. Let's get on with it, shall we? So, as you guys probably have heard already, NBC confirms that Jimmy Fallon of The Tonight Show, special guest December 7th, will be Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Expect her appearance, which was originally scheduled for September, to tie in with the release of the Sussexes' forthcoming Netflix docu-series. Again, the forthcoming Netflix docuseries. Now, there's been some debate amongst some of us here in the Sussex Squad world as to whether or not there is actually a docuseries coming. Well, this will be the big rollout for it, if Omid Scobie is correct. Um, Not to say that Omid Scobie has any extra inside information, but we always have to remember that there are no leaks in Montecito. So take that with a grain of salt. Um, it would make sense. I think that schedule would make sense, but again, there's no way to be sure until we hear something from the Sussexes. But but it is possible that they just haven't confirmed the actual date. Maybe that number or the date rather is a little static right now, and we'll find out later. But if that is the case, I am excited to hear that. So hopefully, this will be a very big show. It's going to be great simply because one of our faves is on it. But I'm hoping that this is going to be like one of those, you know, very well choreographed and everything, right down to the last detail. I am hoping a lot on this one. So, uh, good news. Hope is true. And I will be looking for, well, we know the date is a certainty, but I'm just hoping the thing about the docu-series is true. So, again, we haven't seen really anything so official, but that seems to be Omid's opinion, and quite often he seems to have a working knowledge of what's going on with the Sussexes. So let's hope so. Nice going, nice going. Let's see here. Really? That was wrong? Okay, now I'm seeing some people say that the Jimmy Fallon thing was wrong. Is it wrong about the, are you saying it's wrong about the, she won't be on the Jimmy Fallon? Really? Okay. Well, we'll see. As far as I know, that Seems to be the thing, but if it's not a thing, I guess we'll find out. Huh, interesting. Oh well. So far, that is what's announced. As we know, the Duchess of Sussex was scheduled to go on the Jimmy Fallon show back in September. I don't need to tell you what went wrong at that time. So, um, all right. Well, we'll see. We shall see. Uh, huh. What is that? Let me see. Per Omid Post, looks like someone at NBC didn't get the memo despite an announcement via their various PR channels. Meghan isn't scheduled to appear on The Tonight Show. Interesting. Wow. Okay, so that must be something that just changed. Huh. Very interesting. Okay, and you know what? I just noticed something. Omid removed that tweet. Well, well, well. All right. Well, that makes a lot of sense because now that I'm looking at Omid's page, I see the tweet is gone. And don't worry, I'm not going to break into a BB King song and start singing The Tweet Is Gone. Even Royal Suitor, I think, had it on her channel. I mean, on her, well, let me see. All right, so maybe, just maybe, there is a date coming up, but it just won't be as soon as we expect it. No announcement was a false alarm. I see that. Silly me for believing the story from NBC about the show. Okay, so that is what Royal Suitor says. She said, so the announcement was a false alarm. Silly me for believing a story from NBC about their own show. And then Omid says, looks like someone at NBC didn't get the memo. Despite the announcement via their various PR channels, Meghan isn't scheduled to appear on The Tonight Show. Okay. Well, then I guess that's it. There won't be an appearance. But I tell you what though, um there is a possibility that at some point, because I mean, after all, she was scheduled to go on the show before the Queen died, right? So maybe it won't be at the exact time that they obviously made a mistake about, but I will still say that at some point she is going to do the Fallon show. I'm pretty sure that they've already agreed on something, but it just looks like someone made a mistake. But Black Queen, what are you trying to say? I mean, even Royal Suitor posted that. And it obviously was a mistake from NBC. That wasn't anything that Omid Scobie got wrong. That was NBC. Someone at NBC misspoke. I don't think that I can blame Omid for that. And no, Omid is not um, my Bible. Omid just seems to have information a lot sooner than some people. But it doesn't mean that I don't verify and double check. So, Black Queen, what are you trying to do to me today? Uh, well, I mean, it was just they said the various PR people at NBC made a mistake. It came through their usual channels and it was a mistake. So maybe they just got the date wrong and they want to iron that out. But I promise you, at some point, the Duchess of Sussex will appear on The Tonight Show, just not when we expected her to. So, no big deal. Anyway, moving on. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry share a rare look at their chemistry in video tribute to Elton John. So take a look there. Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, this appearance right here. So I have to tell you guys, we don't know where this video was made, but if you look in the background there, you can notice that there is half of the symbol of the Archwell logo. That is, of course, the Archwell Foundation and the Archwell Production. So we don't know if Archwell Foundation and production are done, or should I say, managed from the same location. We don't even know where this location is. We don't know if it's, part of their stately, palatial, opulent, picturesque home or what. But whatever the case is, we do see the etched glass in the background with that logo that obviously says Archwell. And along with that, we have seen the branding with the Archwell hat, thanks to the Duchess of Sussex. And we've also seen the Archwell stainless steel water bottle. Um, and of course, that of course was one of those items that someone from the, what is it, Australian television, the person on Australian television said that they were selling merchandise on the Archwell website. Now I would imagine that with all of the squatties and the interest in the Archwell website, I would imagine that someone in the Sussex squad would have found some kind of way to you know, buy that merchandise, but it doesn't seem to exist for the public. They have a staff. We know not how many, but we do know that there have been some high profile people that have been named to the staff. And from that, we notice that there is merchandise, which, of course, any small company, startup, or of course, big companies, they all have a way of merchandising. No, I'm not going to find out where this photo was taken, Joyce Anderson. I know you share the same curiosity, but I am not going to do any such thing. Um, yeah, but it's just it's not important. I don't even want to know where. But yeah, we know that this space exists, and I would say anything that the Sussexes are doing is done quite deliberately. And this was obviously them outside with just the right amount of light, and of course, just the right amount of chemistry between them to make this very special. And then, of course, the money shot where she rests her head on his shoulder and on his chest, and he has that, boyfriend next door. I mean, just the warmth. Can you feel the energy radiating off of this photo? It's a lot better than being in Narnia and trapped in that little servants' quarters, the Frogmore Cottage. This is so much better. At the Frogmore, of course, it was a very damp, swampy area. Even the Frogmore tomb for Queen Victoria, which is nearby, how yucky is that? And of course, there's a royal burial ground nearby. This is where they wanted the Sussexes to live, just a stone's throw from the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. That is where they wanted them to live. Um, and of course, that area is known to be rather swampy with a high water table and mosquitoes, that is. But instead of that, they are in sunny Montecito, California, where there are no leaks. There are no leaks in Montecito. So even though they had to refurbish Queen Victoria's tomb because it was taking in water, no danger of that in Montecito. So they are happy and blissful. Everything is just perfect. And then, of course, wearing what appears to be black nail polish. Oh, is that one of those implied violations of protocol, the black nail polish? Oh, but the queen doesn't like black nail polish. Well, the queen of Montecito seems to love a darker varnish on her nails, whatever tone or color it is. And well, anyway, a kiss goodbye. Thank you so much, Sir Elton John. So yes, they said some very kind words to Sir Elton John. I'm not going to play the audio, and I'm certainly not going to play the video. The audio has the backdrop music or the background music of Benny and the Jets, and I'm just like, oh no, I don't want that heat, so I'm not even going to play it. I have no video and no audio, and I don't want any trouble with a copyright infringement, so I am just not going to do it. Joan Garcia says, Baron, are you going to sing the oldie, Put Your Head on My Shoulder? No, I'm going to pass on that one. As they say, that will be a hard pass, mostly because I don't know the words. I only know that, Put Your Head on My Shoulder. Didn't they have that? That was like a viral thing they had on TikTok, I think. And then it would like you hit the light switch and then the person changes or whatever. But yeah, so there you have it. This was I looked at this morning. I was just like, no way. No way. That was my response. No way. But yeah, this was really cool. Nice surprise this morning. And then that big beaming smile that Meghan has right there, you could just tell that the love and the energy that was coming from this was so genuine. And of course, the affection that they have for Sir Elton John was absolutely genuine. So I am so happy, you know, all around for that. And anyway, very cool, very cool. And then, of course, the adoring gaze from Meghan toward Prince Harry, as per usual. That's always wonderful. I mean, just look at the light coming from their faces. I know part of that light is the California sunshine, but also there was just the love between the two of them. Pippa, it was a ruse. Sorry about that, guy. Don't worry about it. Listen, you guys, enough about the Jimmy Fallon thing. It's no big deal. Um, their usual PR dropped the ball, and there's obviously an announcement forthcoming. It's just not going to be the date that they set. So it's no big deal, you guys. So stop with the actually, you know what? I don't care. I'm just gonna pretend like I don't see it. All right. And then there's a collage from one of the squaddies. Um how beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? I love it. I love it. That was just it's like a little sunshine on an otherwise rainy, cloudy, overcast day. And then you have this. So win-win for everyone. Okay, and let me see. Huh, that's interesting. Uh-huh. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at the Twitter. I'm looking at the Twitter. Uh-huh. Well, you know what, you guys? Did you guys enjoy the roast, the 2-day roast, the festival of roasting that I had for the Wessexes? I mean, it was like my fingertips were scorched. My lips were dry because I had to run those 2 through the ringer. Oh, man. I had so much fun with them this weekend, but I'm not gonna start on them. I think I've said all that there can be said about them, so All right. So anyway, let's move on here. Sir Elton John, there it is. Elton John, thank you to America, the final song. Tonight, tune in to celebrate Elton John's culminating in his last live song on tour in America. So that was last night, of course, the 20th. And then here, this is absolutely lovely. The Dodgers have been the most incredible and hospitable team and now have it topped off by generously donating $1 million to the Elton John AIDS Fund. Thank you, Mark Walter, and my darling friend Billie Jean King for presenting this to me last night. So that was on Elton John's website. And I mean, $1 million check on stage at this most momentous occasion. And I believe Elton John has played the Dodgers Stadium before. And you are the SHIT if you can sell out a stadium. So at his age, that the fact that he's still selling out a stadium, which is not easy for some people to do, I would name at least one, you know, A-lister, big name that, is a music mogul. And right now he would be hard pressed to sell out a stadium. But Sir Elton John was able to do it with ease. So, oh, really? Is there someone with 7 months? I just saw that out the corner of my eye. Let me see. Sometimes it doesn't pop up. Let me see. I won't be able to highlight it, but yeah. Oh, I see. Iris Demonia, hello everyone. I pray that everyone is good. Sitting here peeling sweet potatoes for pies. Love y'all. Iris Demonia is starting the Thanksgiving dinner, I think. Anyway, Iris has been a member for 6 months. Thank you so much for that. That is lovely. That's the only one that I see. Sometimes it is not on, well, most times it is not on the StreamYard, but glad I caught that one. All right, very cool. And next. Now, love that jacket. I don't know where I would ever wear anything like that, but it must have been a huge, huge night for Sir Elton John, obviously, especially receiving that $1 million donation for his AIDS fund. And then here, just to remind you guys of Prince Harry's continues Princess Diana's legacy with Elton John at AIDS conference in Amsterdam. Well, this is from 2018, July of 2018. So at this point, Harry had already been married, right? For what, 2 months? 2 months of marriage at this point. And there he is at the AIDS conference in Amsterdam 2018. And of course, Sir Elton John's partner, oh gosh, what is his name? David Furnish. There they are. And of course, because of Princess Diana, that is where Harry's strong commitment to AIDS research and funding, and of course, all the other charities come from. And anyway, very sweet. And is Elton, well, you know what? I don't think Elton John, is he? No, I don't think he's officially Harry's godfather, but he has been very much like a godfather to Prince Harry. But I mean, he's just always been there and always supportive. And I was really upset when Elton John had to defend lending his jet to Meghan and Harry, trying to give them a break from all of the fuss going on in the UK when he had flown them to his house. And then, of course, the tabloids started about the private jet. And even though Elton John pays a carbon offset, which means that for every mile you fly, you actually, or should I say, for every ton of carbon that you use, you plant trees to help clean the environment. And so that is what it's referred to as a carbon offset. And I really hated that Elton John act of generosity turned into this big negative, nasty thing about the environment, especially when there is no discussion about William and his companion flying off on a vacation somewhere multiple times a year, or William flying his helicopter all over the UK when he could drive multiple times a month. But they decided to attack Elton John. So I was really disgusted by that. That was like probably the one of the early times when I thought, okay, this tabloid media is out of hand. Alma Andrews, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Monday. Thank you so much for being here. Also, Grace Bedell, thank you so much. Nice to be here, Baron. Have not been here for a while. Well, Grace, I am so glad you are here. Thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh, Reba Henderson says Elton John goes way back with the United States. He played with Patti LaBelle for years. He plays a piano beautifully. He would not leave her room until she cooked for him. He loves soul food. I didn't know that. I didn't know they had that kind of connection. Well, I'm gonna have to look into that, Rita. Reba, you have given me some homework. I had no idea. I mean, I can tell Elton likes food. I can tell that he has been influenced by soul music, but I didn't know that he had such a connection to soul food. But that would make a lot of sense. I mean, yeah, I mean, he looks like he can put away a patty pie. Oh man. Oh, you guys are having a little reminiscing time, huh? Sir Elton John will perform in Barclays Arena in Hamburg, Germany on May the 2nd. Oh, really? So he does. That's next year as part of this same farewell tour. So I guess Dodger Stadium was his last appearance in the United States. Okay, thank you so much for that. Elton John, George Michael, and a few other non celebrities took up the Godfather role for Prince Harry. Oh, that is really nice to hear. That is really nice to hear. Hello, Cookies and Cream. Thank you so much for being here. All right. Um, they were still vilified for the private jet. I think Shutter Island just wanted to complain because it was Harry and Meghan. Yeah, absolutely, Annie Bullard. Bullard. That was so disgusting the way that they carried on about that, especially when you have all of the private jet use that goes on, including a lot of very wealthy oligarchs that are not mentioned that use their private jets. There's plenty of it there, but the idea that they would single out a member of the royal family, especially Harry with his security concerns, is just a clear indication that there is a hostility and more likely hate involved with that type of journalism. So, yeah, that was awful. That was awful. And that kind of like harassment, they are really hoping to change someone's um, ability to speak or express themselves by being hypercritical like that. They really just want to try to shut down any type of support that Meghan and Harry has. That is the whole point of it, is that they're trying to box them into a place where they are just not able to function. They can't make money. They can't have friends. That is the ultimate goal, is to eliminate them socially and financially. Well, anyway, that's not going to fly because here in the United States, the whole thing with the aristocracy and the divine right of kings doesn't mean a whole lot, as evident by the Revolutionary War. So, okay, and then there is Gareth Thomas and Prince Harry joined forces in fight against HIV/AIDS as Royal calls rugby legend an excellent role model for anyone living in fear. So Gareth Thomas was diagnosed years ago. Gosh, he has nice teeth. But anyway, he was diagnosed as HIV positive years ago, and Harry has been one of his biggest supporters for almost from the start. Harry has been there for him, and they are very good friends. And Harry has shown constant support for Gareth Thomas. So he's not just showing up and smiling and waving. He is actually doing the work and doing it well, I may add. And here, of course, is a side by side of the two couples. I just want to remind people that love is love, and Elton John has love in his life. He has children. He has a whole and complete family, which is more than some of those tabloid reporters can say with their broken homes and, shall we say, substance abuse problems. And of course, some of them, if I might be kind of petty, say, yeah, I'll just say, and some of them are particularly homely, and it's like they have just hate in their hearts. And there's the Sussexes, and there's Elton and David living their best lives, um, iconic figures in this world, as opposed to someone who's paid to sit back in the shadows and type out all kind of nastiness day after day. So, oh, I'm sorry. Did I just notice they're holding an Oscar? Yes, that's an Oscar. Just wanted to point that out. All right. So back in 2014, there is our Duchess at one of Elton John's events right there. It's the Elton John AIDS charity. And gosh, I forgot who the designer is. And I just saw that a little while ago. But yeah, she is wearing a mermaid dress, and as you can see, even back in those days, very minimal makeup. Um, our Duchess has had quite the evolution into a royal princess, but even back in those days, just effortlessly and flawlessly beautiful. And again, very little makeup. I mean, I'm just like really taken back by her modesty. And here's another view. Meghan Markle arrives to the Elton John AIDS Foundation annual and Enduring Vision benefit in New York City. So they have this every year, huh? That's interesting. Well, anyway, there you can see a long view of the outfit. Absolutely the mermaid look. And you guys, please don't get all emotional, but this, oh my God, do you guys remember this moment? Elton John in tears as President Biden surprises him with medal at White House. So, Sir Elton John was totally caught off guard. This is supposed to be his last White House performance for the tour, right? And so Sir Elton John had just finished bringing down the house. And then all of a sudden, President Joe Biden had a little something that he wanted to say to him. And take a look at his face. Take a look at his face. He was totally caught off guard. And look at that. Elton John was moved to tears by surprise award from President Biden. Now, you guys, you know you never see Elton John cry. It is so rare that Elton John is overcome with emotion. And just looking at these photos, I'm just like, I get very, very emotional looking at these. This is the culmination of years of hard work and the dedication to charity. I mean, he has done the goodwill through and through, and there he is, completely with all the honors that he has. I mean, did I just see an Oscar in his hand? Look at his face. Look at his face. Up. Now, this is the Elton John. I don't think I've ever seen him cry before. He was totally destroyed by this honor. That was like blindsiding, blindsided that this happened. But yes, Annie Bullard, well deserved. Absolutely. Actually, I just kept looking at photo after photo. I had to figure out which ones I wanted to use, but I was just like, wow, Elton, you done this. You done this. Look at what you've done. And then finally, as he has gained his composure, um, now Joe Biden can put the medal on him. And then he gave a little speech while he's wearing his new medal. But don't worry, you guys, that's it right there. National Humanities Medal. National Humanities Medal. I think is absolutely beautiful too. And you know what else this says? That actually looks like the Statue of Liberty right there with the spiky crown on her head. But yeah, that looks like a bit of a Statue of Liberty. And let me see, there's a dove of peace, and I am seeing abundance with the offering of wheat. So, oh, and then she has a lantern. And of course, whenever you see a lantern, that means that it is lighting the way. So, whenever you see a lantern in art like that, that means that that means something about lighting the way. So, a dove of peace, a lantern, uh, and the crown, which means to ennoble, I'm sure. But anyway, that is a beautiful piece of work there. Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. And so, just to complete things, the National Humanities Medal is an American award that annually recognizes several individuals, groups, or institutions for work that has deepened the nation's understanding of the humanities, broadened our citizens' engagement with the humanities, or help preserve and expand Americans' access to important resources in humanities. The annual Charles Frankel Prize in the Humanities was established back in 1988 and succeeded by the National Humanities Medal in 1997. The token is a bronze medal designed by a 1995 Frankel Prize winner, David Macaulay. The the medals are conferred annually, usually by the United States president, to as many as 12 living candidates and existing organizations nominated early in the calendar year. The president selects the winners in consultation with the National Endowment for the Humanities. And let me see, National Medal of Arts to recognize contributions in the creative performing arts. So that is who gets it. And there is a long list of individuals and organizations who have received that medal. Unfortunately, most of these names, I don't recognize the people. Art Linkletter, I heard that one before. Let me see. Yeah, most of these names, it's like a long list of them, but yeah, you can check out, you can Google that if you would like to see the names, but most of these people, I do not recognize them. So I'm not going to go through them, but Elton John is the most recent winner. And from what I see here, On Wikipedia, there was no awards in 2021, and Elton John was the only one to receive one in 2022. So there you have it. But that is beautiful. I love that. And here's the flip side. Humanities Medal, National Humanities Medal, expanding our understanding of the world. So that is the flip side. Front side, back side. All right, very cool. Moving on. And so there you are. What a surreal moment. Could you imagine being honored like that at the White House or having your wedding at the White House? Well, anyway, that was that for that medal. Now, this is a little bit off the beaten path, but I thought it was so cool. Machine Gun Kelly wearing this suit filled with spikes and looking very young and fit is Lionel Richie, who also won an award. I don't know what either one of them won an award for, but I thought it was pretty cool, that outfit. Now, where would I wear that? Probably the same place I would wear that Elton John get up. But I thought it was pretty cool, so I thought I would share it with you. And then there's this. South Africa warns Queen Camilla, don't you dare wear the Cullinan diamond. Don't do it. Don't even think about it. The Cullinan diamond, of course, was the world's largest diamond. Um, Also known, wait a minute, is the Cullinan and the Star of Africa, are they the same? Let me check that out. Um, was the Cullinan a piece of, you know what? I forgot which was which. Because there's the Koh i Noor, there's the Cullinan, and then there is the Star of Africa. Let me check that out. I know you guys are checking too, so oh, but let me see. Star of Africa. Yes, okay. The Great Star of Africa, which is also known as the Cullinan Diamond, is the largest rough cut gem quality diamond found in 1869. So this is what I know about it for sure. So it was the largest rough uncut diamond when it was found, right? And when they displayed it at an exposition in London, a lot of people were very disappointed because it didn't have any sparkle or shine to it like they expected. In other words, it wasn't cut, it wasn't polished. And so it was actually taken by Prince Albert so they could cut it. And they said that the diamond merchant or whatever, whoever cut the stone, was so nervous that it was going to shatter in a million pieces that he actually fainted when he struck the first blow. But anyway, it wasn't the disaster he thought it would be. And so they made smaller diamonds. One of them, I think the largest piece is in the scepter. And then another part of the diamond is actually two other parts of it is what the queen is wearing there as a brooch. They refer to those as the granny chips. So the granny chips is all part of a much larger, diamond. And so there was a petition saying that they should not wear that Camilla should not wear that diamond when she has a state dinner with the president of South Africa, that would be in poor taste. And so they're hoping that she won't offend by wearing it. And, and I don't know why a lot of these things were not mentioned when the queen was alive, but for whatever reason, it didn't seem to, you know, have any type of weight behind it then, but now all of a sudden everybody wants to have their say. So, but then that's the way it's been since the queen died, is that a lot of things people were holding back on, now they are, cutting up and letting free. So that is the controversy about the state visit with the president of South Africa. And of course, uh, jealousy, 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 jealousy. Well, as a response to Harry and Meghan's closeness, that energy, that power that radiated from their image to, uh, congratulating Sir Elton John. I just wanted to be shady and close out with this. And yes, I'm almost done, but let's just go through a few of those moments when the Cambridges were not so close. Mind you guys, this is pure shade. There's these two where he's like, please don't touch me. What did I say about touching? And of course, Kate looks like, but I thought we had agreed to show more PDAs. And then, of course, we still don't know why Kate was so angry this day. This is a real throwback, but not so far back because William don't have that much hair. And then, of course, that same event not long ago where they were not touching. Well, actually, he did not want her to touch him. And then, of course, we remember the funeral. Even though there was a period of mourning since the queen had just died, they seemed to lack any type of connection with one another. Whereas in the background, you could see the Sussexes, there is that connection. So there is a lack of connection in the front here, and in the back there, you can see the Sussexes as they always appear in tune with each other. And then, of course, the walkabout, where there was so much space between them, someone was trying to demonstrate the fact that they could have carried a huge chest between them. William is actually closer to his brother. And this, if you guys remember this gaslighting moment that they had when they said that they glanced at each other adoringly, was that the words that they used? Even though he has diverted his eyes down to the green carpet and she's looking off in the distance because she probably noticed that there is a family back there on their way to Waitrose to go and get some heat and eat takeaway food for the night instead of the huge crowds of people that they thought they needed to be held back because of all of the interest in the earth flop that never actually materialized. So he's looking at the green carpet and she's looking at the family of four, including the little baby in the pram back there. Yes, Grace Bedell, that is the Mitchum Roland guy. William decided for the event that he would drop a plug in there for his favorite antiperspirant, Mitchum Roland, by cosplaying a deodorant bottle. That is true. Thank you for reminding us about that. Oh, man. And then, of course, townspeople, countrymen, lend me your ear. Wasn't that like from a Shakespeare play or something? Anyway, there is William getting some major ear from Kate. This was supposed to be their cosplay or reenactment of the Sussexes, but well, anyway, you see what happened. They just didn't see eye to eye or cheek to jowl, whatever it is, but they just didn't make the connection. And let's not forget, and God, I hope that the Derangers are watching. Look at that moment at the Jubilee ceremony at St. Paul's Cathedral. William with his hostage situation eyes, Kate, the look of dread. Yeah. And of course, there's the distance between them as William hastily made his exit from the cathedral. And you know what photo I'm missing? I'm missing the one where he looks back. Do I have that one? The one where he looks over his shoulder to make sure that she's left behind. William, William, what about me? Oh man. There's a collage of those two avoiding eye contact. And then there was that day that Tom Cruise helped that seemingly elderly woman who couldn't get up the steps. There's that one. And this is that day that William was in tears because he was in India and he thought about his poor, lamented mother visiting the Taj Mahal by herself. And you could see how Kate was careful to comfort her husband while he was in despair. I mean, she literally reached over and, oh, I'm just kidding. She didn't do anything. She just looked at him, very disgusted as usual. But yeah, that is Kate not comforting William in India as he wept thinking about his mother. And here's PDAs. There's the king of um, the Netherlands kissing. There is the crown prince of Denmark kissing his wife. There's the king of Spain kissing his wife. And there's Meghan and Harry, they're kissing. And oh, I'm sorry, not for you. Don't you love the Sussex squad? You got to love the Sussex squad. I told you this is just shade. So if you guys need to get out of here, go ahead. But I'm just closing out with shade today. And then, of course, there's Meghan and Harry, who are glancing at each other adoringly. And even Charles and his emotional support, Camilla, are glancing at each other adoringly. But for William and Kate, not so much. Are you guys seeing the pattern? And then there's this Cambridge is on the left, Sussex is on the right. Ice cold, chilling, non connection on the left, and of course, emanating with love and adornment on the right. I see a pattern. Oh, what did I say about touching me? Kate leans in to look jovial and happy at the BAFTA Awards. William recoils in despair. Oh, you're welcome. I just, they had this thing about how Meghan and Harry are, I'm not even going to say the words, but I just wanted to remind them that when a person is projecting stuff like that or projecting for their faves, we have to remind them how their faves lack connection. Like, for instance, poor Kate, where's her umbrella? You see, these are two occasions. Now, the one on the right side, this is a photo that is hard to find. It only appeared in a magazine. I think it was a French magazine. Is that France? Yeah. I think it was in a French magazine. And you can see Harry is like, would you come and get your wife? And William's like, what? Doesn't she have her own umbrella? Oh man. So that is one of those occasions where there seemed to be a loss in communication. Either that or William just didn't care. Or how about this one when they were walking in the woods because they were trying to imitate that image of Harry and Meghan when they were on the Oceania tour, which I forgot to add to this slide. But anyway, you guys probably remember that photo. And this is at a Christmas Carol. Again, nothing. This was, yeah, mate, drop me off first and then take her home. Yeah, 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 mate. Drop me off first and then take her home. And Kate's like, what? And then, of course, oh, there it is. Let me read that caption. Couple gave each other a loving look on green carpet as they headed to the inaugural award. Now, that is honestly what it says there at the bottom. Does that look like they are? He's looking at the green carpet, and she's looking at that family across the street. See the people back there? That's what she's looking at. They're not looking at each other. That's gaslighting. And then, of course, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stole attention from Prince William and Kate Middleton. It happened before with Princess Diana. And let me remind you that Kate wore the country cottage kitchen curtain green dress a week before Meghan and Harry arrived at that particular function. And, you know, they wore those outfits a week apart. I'm just saying. And then there, this remember the start off of their sleek, stylish YouTube video for their channel. I know what channel, right? But this is something that one of the squatties posted yesterday. Imagine if this was Meghan with bullium. That's why she never welcomed Meghan. Huh. Now that is something to think about. This is all alleged, of course, but that is why she never welcomed Meghan. And then lastly, this is the last photo, you guys. Actually, this is the last for today. I swear I have not touched up this photo. I haven't done anything to this photo. If you can see the reason why I'm sharing this photo, go ahead and say so in the comments. But again, I have not touched up this photo. I haven't altered it. I haven't done anything to edit in any way. This is the photo. I promise you, I didn't do anything. So, oh man, that's it. I'm just saying, I haven't done anything. But obviously, I'm just going to say this. Maybe he was drinking the same stuff that his great grandmother was drinking. Obviously, they were drinking tea that was a little stronger. Uh, I know, it's shady, but that is oh, and yes, Cheryl, no wedding ring. Well, you know what, yeah, he's not wearing his wedding ring, but most of them don't. Most of the guys in that family do not wear their wedding rings. That is kind of a tradition. But yeah, that's what I was referring to. That was what I was referring to. I didn't do anything to this photo. I didn't do a thing. That is the way it was presented. So, anyway, with that, you guys, thank you so much. And hopefully, they'll straighten out that thing that was brought up earlier. If not, we'll see them whenever we see them. Thank you, moderators, and thank you for the kind and generous contributions. Also, for you guys that have purchased things from the wish list, thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciate it. That gives me a little surprise to look forward to. And also, I am looking for a last word of the day. Let me see. Let me see here. Ooh, you guys are going to get out of here in an hour. Hello, official Lauren Brown. Thank you so much for being here. Class is going to dismiss early today. We're having a half day of school today. No 2 hours, you guys. No 2 hours. Oh, man. Compton Caligal says William is not embarrassed about showing no love for his wife in public. Well, you know what? In the early days, they were more affectionate, but now they're not for whatever reason. And it's interesting that even Charles and Camilla show more affection for themselves than the Cambridges. Not well. I got to get used to saying the Welleses do. See, that Wells thing is a little confusing because now we refer to, well, I mean, we've always referred to Meghan and Harry in, well, on occasions we've referred to them as well, you know what I mean. Harry has used Wells before, Harry Wells, Captain Harry Wells. So that's why that's confusing for me. Oh, Verta Sanchez. Hey, family. Sorry I'm late, but I've been trying to put furniture together and put carpet down on the floor by myself, and I succeeded. Yay. Well, Verta Sanchez, we know you lost some things recently, so I'm just glad to hear that you're, putting things back together again and making everything home again. That is good to hear. But yeah, thank you for telling us about that. That makes me happy. This is like the best news I've heard all day. I'm so glad for that. So I'm glad, or at least I hope that everything is looking up for you. Oh, thank you, Gift Love. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Okay, guys, I promise 1 hour and we're done. So thank you so much. And let me see. Last word of the day. Oh, I think I like this. My lovely Sussex Squad community, we are the best. I love us. Perfect gift, love. Perfectly timed. Thank you again, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow. If there's any updates about that information, I will share it as I get it. Otherwise, I need to go back and change my thumbnail. Okay, that's it. Let's ginge avenge ourselves out of here, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Cute Ginger Venge. Ooh, I can't believe we're getting done early. I can't believe it. Go.